getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
Do you want to form an alliance with me?
Absolutely, I do. Excited.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
Oh my God, I did not think he was going to do that. That scared me. That actually scared me a little bit.
It's called Two Brothers. Two Brothers. It's just called Two Brothers.
Welcome to Two Brothers Podcast. Hey, you guys, you like the podcast? Yeah, you do. You like the podcast. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. We really appreciate it. All our loyal listeners out there who always listens to our podcast, spread the word, because that's the only way that we'll ever rise to the ranks, the podcast ranks. That way we can also share our bullshit with, you know, the rest of the world. Anyways, I'm Alberto, and you're not hearing any other voices in the room right now because it's just me. And I thought I'd give you a special introduction to this episode, which is all about nothing. It's a new series that we're experimenting on that I actually quite enjoyed. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. This is just us shitting around, really. You know, we wanted to have an episode or a little, like, series where we can just talk about nothing and everything all at once, like you know, like the movie. So this is what this episode is. We're just talking about nothing. We're bullshitting around. I kind of fucked up because this episode did have initially a beginning to it, but technical difficulties aside, we pick up kind of 10 minutes into this, like, all about nothing episode. So you might be lost, but doesn't matter. We hope that you enjoy it. I think Josh here is talking about Mad Max Fury Road and how it has an identity problem, which I completely disagree with. But at the time, I wasn't really focusing on that because I just was focusing on how much I had fucked up on not recording. So hope you guys enjoy the All About Nothing episode. Like I said, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're on YouTube so you can be notified when another episode drops, especially ones about nothing. So, Josh, take it away.
Oh, now we have to do a Furiosa prequel. That it's a good movie, but it has faults, and the fault is the identity issue of it. And I think Furiosa has that same problem.
Wait,
I'm not going to say that and confirm it because I haven't seen it, but I think that's the problem.
Well,
Damn, dude.
Like the way you said it too, when you watched it while you were high, sounded great.
Yeah.
So say it. Like you even said that, like you sold me because I haven't seen it in a minute too. Mm-hmm. But when you said the opening scene was like fucking
So like I love. First off, I just love Tom Hardy's, like, just his voice is so fucking good.
Sure.
So when he's like narrating the film and how he opens it up, I forget what the fucking opening line is, but how he's like saying that, like, it's hard to distinguish who is crazier, me or the world. Yeah. And then it just from that point on, it's just like we're off.
Oh yeah, yes.
We're gonna go. And it's just one of those moments where you're watching the film and you're like, the film is asking you to, like, take this ride, and it's like, we're leaving.
Sure.
The train is going. If you're not ready, we're fucking leaving you behind.
Who's the main character in that movie?
Furiosa.
Isn't it a Mad Max movie? Identity issues.
Yeah.
Identity issues.
But
that's what
I don't know, dude. You know what has identity issues, Josh?
If you say Batman v Superman,
what has identity issues, Josh?
Kick you in your balls.
No, I'm not gonna say it, dude. I'm not gonna say it.
Because yes, that movie does have
that fucking
identity issues.
It's like it's schizophrenic. You don't know what the fuck it wants to be.
But we're talking about Dune Part 2.
Yeah, well, you're asking me what movie, the last movie I saw that's like perfect. Fury Road. I think also Interstellar. Because I've told you that's like my favorite film of all time.
I've never seen Interstellar.
You never seen Interstellar?
Have you seen it?
One time. I saw it one time. Great movie. It's been a long time though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like when I watched Dune Part 2 and I saw, like, the imagery that stuck out, it just reminded me a lot of Interstellar.
Before that, what name another perfect movie?
Another perfect movie? Titanic.
Yeah. Okay, another one.
How many do you need?
No, how many do you fucking need? Top 5 list, right?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Bullshit.
What?
Try again. TMNT is not a perfect movie. It's a great movie.
What?
It's not a perfect movie. It is not.
Okay.
You agree?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, the very first one,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
The
not-
second one.
That is definitely not a perfect movie.
Mayhem. Okay, no. Just, God,
It's-
what is it? The Dark Knight.
Okay.
It's not a perfect movie.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, man,
It's
you
hard,
put me on
right?
the spot.
It's
Yeah,
hard, right?
It is. Yeah,
That's
it is.
my point, gentlemen. That's my point.
Well, what is your point? That it's
that
hard
when
to find a
movie
perfect
comes that is perfect start to finish, right? It defines greatness,
Yeah.
and it's a dime a dozen,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when I watch a movie, like I always go in a mindset and I sit on it for like 24 hours. I literally have to sit on it for 24 hours, and I try to nitpick it and I try to find what's wrong with it,
And you just can't
and
find
I couldn't
anything.
with Dune Part 2.
But are there movies that you can consider perfect even if it's flawed?
So I don't look at them as perfect. I enjoy them. I love them. I would not put them in my top 5 or top 10.
Uh-huh.
But do I think that they are good movies?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I think there's a reason why there's like certain movies that are Oscar worthy and certain styles are not Oscar worthy. We've talked about this in the past. You know, like there's a reason why I don't think animation is Oscar worthy in my opinion.
Eric, you agree too?
I do agree.
I
I agree with Josh that animation is not well. There is an element of the acting that is not really involved. Now I understand there's a lot of other dynamics with the animation, the dialogue. There still has to be a script, but at the end of the day, it really just comes down to the voice acting and really relying on the animation to carry it. I guess I appreciate a great acting job. I don't know if that's the right word, but like you said, The Dark Knight resonated with me with like Heath Ledger. That is what I can appreciate about a great film being perfect, is that role.
Okay.
Yeah, just you know, there's certain levels of certain movies, and you know, like Adam Sandler's Happy Madison movies will never win an Oscar.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a reason. But do I think Billy Madison is a good movie? Fuck yeah, I do.
Right.
You know, great punchlines,
Okay.
great joke, great characters. You know, in a lot of ways, it's also relatable. You know, does it make it a bad movie? No.
Okay.
You know, but does it also make it a perfect movie?
Fair
Fuck
enough.
no. You know.
Fair enough.
So
I mean, going back to Dune Part 2, like I said, when I watched it, and I have to say, I just watched it the one time, so I haven't seen it twice. But I mean, the highest praise I can give it is just like the imagery is unfucking believable. I haven't read the books, but I have to imagine that this is the first time that a book has been adapted to film.
Yeah.
Where like the imagery is so fucking like accurate.
Yeah.
To the books, it feels like it did pull it out of the books. That was like the highest praise I can give that film. Is like, imagery is fucking great, and I love to see seeing Timothy Chalamet's character just like
evolve, grow, develop,
and grow. That's the biggest thing that sticks out to me. You know,
action scene was good.
Yeah. And you were saying too that like if the third one goes to the same trajectory, this has
it'll be the greatest
trilogy
of all
and
time.
I kind of have to agree.
Yeah.
And I think it all has to do with the director, Dennis. What's his last name?
Villanueva.
Yeah. Oh. Such a good fucking director.
Absolutely. I think
Sicario. So that way
he
you know
did
he did
Sicario.
Sicario. And he did a great
Ex
fucking
Machina.
job. Ex Machina.
So fucking good.
Such a good fucking script too. Like
absolutely.
the writing is just fantastic in that. So I think he's gonna be one of those directors that like people need it. Like if they haven't been keeping an eye on him, you gotta fucking keep an eye on him now.
Yeah.
You know.
So did I answer your question
About what?
about it being
All right, can we
on the top
stop?
5?
Can we stop talking about Dune? You guys talk.
Okay.
You talk about this shit off screen too.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's kind of like,
Well, watch the movie so you can relate, motherfucker.
nah, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna watch that.
all right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wow.
Well, it's something we have in common. Okay, I want to, because these two right here on the side of me, Love Turtles. Just a quick thing, because I picked up the new issue of
Oh, that's right, from Jason Aaron.
Jason Aaron. And I just want to know if you guys are caught up on the comics. Like current.
So the current, I am probably. Oh, geez, I'm still on the IDW.
Yeah.
Waltz.
Oh, okay.
I am not. Where am I? I'm at the part where they just introduce Leatherhead in the series. So Donatello had just kind of come back to. They kind of brought him back.
Oh, okay.
Future Toy gave him like the new. I don't think it's like an actual shell, but like he basically saved him and put him in like a new shell. That's kind of where I'm at now.
Shit. Okay.
And then I'm at the last Ronin. Went through the last Ronin.
Oh, okay.
The first part. I don't know if I'm going to go to the second part. I know they just released TMNT #1 of the. I can't think of the word. They just rewrote the whole story. It's like a whole.
It's like
new
a
story.
really relaunch. Or?
Yeah, it's a relaunch.
Really?
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a relaunch. I thought it was a continuation. Because
It's kind of like all new, all different, right? Or kind of
but
like
Josh
that?
doesn't.
Because I haven't read it either. So
No. Okay.
It's long. The IDW of this right here is very long. It's long. It's like 150 issues.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
that's crazy.
Long.
Okay. No, because I was bringing it out because it just opens up with Raphael in prison. Yeah. And it's pretty cool. Okay, just. Okay.
It's a continuation?
No, it's a whole new story arc.
Really?
Really?
That's what I was looking for. It's
Okay.
a new story arc. It's a new.
So you know about this?
Yes, I do. They just released. So they just released it on the 24th.
Yeah.
It's a whole new story arc. It does open up with Raphael. He's the primary character on the covers.
Yeah.
Of a lot of the new
Yes.
issues. Very excited, very curious to.
Well, I want to. I'm trying to him to get into the current comic books right now, but he doesn't. He wants to wait for the trades.
which is fair, I get it.
But no, it's really good.
The Jason Aaron?
The Jason Aaron. It's only one issue, but
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know if
It's,
you can say that after just one issue. You know,
he was just in there like trying to figure out who's running the prison so far.
okay.
But then the clan, not the clan, it's the Foot, right? Killing Warren.
Yeah.
So Raphael is blamed for it, but he escapes.
Okay.
And he's towards the end, he said, "I'm going to look for my brothers and see what's there." You know,
Like the insight on it.
the
What's
insight,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
And then it said next issue, I think it said Michelangelo or Donatello. Forgot who it was. So it's going to be another. It's going to follow the next turtle, and I think it's like that, if that makes sense.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna wait for you to get a few issues before I start reading.
No,
it,
I just
but-
wanted to know because I thought it was like a continuation from like the last.
You thought
run.
it was.
Yeah, because he's just
okay,
like,
okay,
oh shit,
okay,
it's
yeah.
Raphael in prison. What happened?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so do you have anything else?
I was going to talk about meeting Scott, but
No, I was gonna bring that up. Was our
Oh.
time watching or going to Comic-Con? But I gave Josh his signed copy of Batman. Like I told you, I think I told you on the phone that he looked at it as, oh yeah, it's the first printing and everything, man. I was like, yeah, it's my friend's. He bought it and stuff like that. God, it was such a pleasure meeting Scott Snyder. I thought I was gonna be more nervous than I was meeting him, but like, dude, it felt like I was like meeting a friend.
I've heard great things about Zack Snyder.
Scott Snyder. Did I say Scott Snyder, or are you just tripping me up?
I think he's just talking
What?
with you.
What? We're not talking about Zack Snyder?
No, we're not. Give it back. Give the mic back to Eric.
Yeah,
Josh,
give
right? You're not.
Alberto, did you read The Court of Owls?
Yeah, I have the trade. I read it. It hasn't been a long time since I read it,
It's
but
a great book. I read
really
both
good.
parts. What a great
yeah,
great story arc.
That's what I was gonna bring up. Staying with Eric.
Scott
'cause
Snyder's run, by the way, was so perfect.
It was
Yes.
right.
Besides year one. But go ahead.
The
Year
one
Year
zero.
zero.
Year zero.
Year zero.
What?
You didn't like? You weren't a fan of Year Zero?
I enjoyed it.
It was the weakest. But go ahead.
Weakest. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, Scott Snyder was fucking cool, man. Meeting him, talking to him about, because I listened to his newsletter. He does like these master classes. So I brought that up, and I told him to write on my comic book, "You're a real writer," because it was a reference that he had from one of his newsletters that he had told. He called up one of his teachers after his teacher told him to like stop sharing a story because he was going like too much and he was sharing too much time or whatever. I'm butchering the story, by the way, but he called her up in the middle of the night and told me, "How dare you?" Like, I was like almost done with the story, and he was in high school, so he was being very mature at the time. But her professor or her teacher responded by saying, like, "Scott, you're a real writer," and just hung up on him. And I don't know why that just like that connected with me, because I think that is something that writers like do, is like they don't want shit to be interrupted. They want to see stories through. Like, you're a real writer, so I had him write that down. It was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
It was really cool, dude. It was like a fangirly moment, probably more than David Hayter, if I'm being honest. Meeting David Hayter was cool, but like, Scott Snyder was great.
When you were done, I talked to him, and he signed my issue of Witches.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, "Hey, is there any update on it? Because it's going to be a show."
Yeah.
And he's all okay. He pulls out his phone. He's like, "Don't tell anyone what I'm about to show you." And he plays a video, and it's like 15 seconds of the show that he's been working on.
That's awesome.
And it's like pulled out of the comic books, like the
like
imagery,
Jock art
Jock,
is in there.
yeah, Jock.
That's fucking great.
And that was fucking cool. I was like, and I even told you, like, I was literally shaking.
You were shaking, yeah, me too. My girlfriend was looking at me all weird and shit. When I was
like you said, he was a nice guy, dude.
He's
so
a nice
cool.
fucking dude. Yeah,
he takes his time talking to each one of us,
Yeah, in the master classes, he shares other people's work, like that are up and coming amateur people. Like,
I think that's like just comic book authors, writers in general.
Yeah,
I think they're just regular Joes.
Average
Joes.
I kind of felt bad because there were other great writers there, and everyone was there to see Scott.
Yeah.
So I got the chance to talk to Jason Aaron. Jeff Johns left on break, so I couldn't talk to him. But yeah, there were like other people just waiting for people to like come up.
Yeah, no, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
It was a great time. I enjoyed it. He's one of my heroes, so it was cool that I didn't fuck it up, like what I had in my head. The whole time I'm exaggerating, but the whole time we're in line, I'm just like fucking Jack Torrance from The Shining, just like thinking of what I'm gonna say, and I'm just like, oh, and Edgar's like, "What are you gonna tell him?" I'm just like, "I got it." I got it.
It's like, let's tell him. He's a no, just
yeah, it was great.
Boner in his pocket and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we do have another person on the podcast. He did talk a little bit. Eric, you've been a listener of the podcast, so it's great having you on. But I want to get to know you a little bit, because I don't know you too much off camera, or off recording.
On and off the camera.
Yeah. So what because I know that you played like
you
Gears
played
of War
Gears together,
and stuff like that.
Yes, we did. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Gears 4. Escalation.
Yeah, escalation.
So sticking to the theme of two brothers, we talk about video games here, comics, movies. What have you been up to, man? What have you been playing? What have you been reading, watching?
Well, I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. Let me rewind. Actually, before I even get into that, I appreciate you guys bringing me in on your circle. It's had a lot of fun listening to you guys, and it's fun to listen to people that you know, especially when one of them is my good friend. So when he asked me to come here to kind of hang out with you guys, I was like pretty excited, very grateful. So thank you.
No, yeah, we're stoked to have you on too. So.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while since I've actually been hitting the sticks, as one would say, right? I think the last game that I got really addicted to, and it's been a while, was PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG. That was on the Xbox.
Wow. PUBG.
So that kind of came shortly after Edgar and I were playing Escalation, which we were pretty good at that.
We were, dude. We were.
Well, we were both. Like I think what was challenging about Gears of War 4, by the way, was it was 5-man teams.
Yes, just 5 each.
It was 5, and I kind of thought, I always thought like 4 was like the right number for the online multiplayer, and it just felt like, I don't know, just 5 was like, it was hard to find 5 people. Like for a while there, we had that. Am I allowed to say names?
Josh.
Okay, whatever. Fuck it, just say names.
Right.
Josh Elizondo was.
He also listens to the podcast.
No, he listens.
Oh,
No,
last names?
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Oh, sorry, Josh. If
Yeah.
they knock
So
somebody,
Josh here works at. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, Josh E. If you're out there, I totally just fucked you over on the airwaves. Sorry. Anyway, so
You
great
heard
time.
that, Josh?
Yeah, we had a great time playing that game. Edgar was very good. We, but it's been probably 4 or 5 years since I've really been involved in like gaming. A lot of that has to do with work-related matters. Like I really got focused on a job and a career that I've been in for the last 6 years. So it's kind of pulled me away a little bit.
Okay.
I miss it. I see, that they released the new Halo Infinite, and I've been a big Halo guy my whole life.
You played it?
Yeah, I've played it, but that's about the extent of it.
Well, which ones have you played? Have you never really played? You're not really a Halo guy, are you?
No. I mean, well, I started playing the series during the pandemic. I bought the Master Chief Collection. I started playing through it.
Oh, during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So never played Halo.
Oh, you never
No,
played it?
you've
Oh,
never played Halo.
No.
Yeah, really ever. I mean, if the pandemic. I mean, look, I see Halo Infinite come out, and I see, Dead Space remake, which it just I get like excited, but I just haven't had a lot of time. So, unfortunately, I have not been playing a lot. But I do remember our days playing Gears of War 4. Great times. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, funny story about that Gears of War thing. You guys begged me to play that for the longest time.
Oh, wait, did we? Or I think it was Josh
And
that tried because
you guys were like telling me to get it for PC because it was like on all
Really?
platforms.
Oh, because it was like crossplay.
Yeah, so I spent $60 on it, and then you guys stopped playing.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Really?
I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to fit in right now, guys.
Josh.
Oh my God, Josh, get the fuck out of here.
I thought
Josh.
you did buy it. or is that a... Oh. Did he buy it?
I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Or maybe he was just talking about it.
He's just talking, yeah.
Well,
So what have you been? Is there anything that you've been like reading? You reading comic books?
so I have been actually trying to get through the 2011 TMNT IDW comic book line,
Okay,
which
so
I won't
okay,
get too much
yeah.
into right now.
No worries.
Yeah, we're
But-
saving that for
Right.
uh-huh.
But it's a very long series, and now Edgar's got me really excited about this relaunch, and I've known about it. So just hearing that quick synopsis has me like really excited. So I'm really actually appreciate you sharing that. So I need to kind of like do a little bit of I need to do a little bit of homework,
Okay. All right.
see how that goes.
Wait. So, I want to talk about Last Ronin, but I guess we'll save it.
We'll say everything TMT related.
Yeah, let's save the last
let's
one because
save
we
it.
could go down
So,
a long
yeah,
road.
Okay, so do you only read independent comic books, or do you read like DC or?
I have read some DC. I have read Court of Owls and then the part 2 of City of Owls. I've read The Long Halloween. I read The Dark Knight Returns, which was a grind. I thought it was a grind. Great story.
Is it the
Frank Miller?
Yes.
Yes. So it's a grind. I don't know if it was maybe the animation, how they had like the newscast. It was like
It does have a lot of what's the word? It's just very overwhelming to just have
daunting.
To read all the end.
yes, like it's all
Yeah.
all
Oh,
over.
yes,
Exactly. It's
yeah.
like a daunting.
All over the place, yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, look, this is one of these Batman story arcs that you have to read.
Yes.
You have to read it because it was like really I think it was the first known comic to be released with the superheroes fighting each other. Am I right about that? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
No. I think it was the first to be like mature, had a mature tone to it.
Right. It was very adult.
Yes. There you go. Adult.
Very, very adult.
Yes. Yes.
The 80s era. Yeah, it started the 80s errors of like the Long Halloween. Or not Long Halloween, but like Killing Joke.
Killing Joke.
Yeah, so,
Watchmen, like
Yep.
those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were getting away from the Silver Age, like
Yes.
campiness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, great book to read. I don't know if I'll ever read it again.
Same.
Do you, sometimes what I'll do is like I'll flip through pages and kind of look at like the after I've read something and it's been a while to kind of refresh my mind. I'll kind of like skim the pages and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that, and it kind of comes back to me. I don't know if you guys do that or not. I do. So loved The Dark Knight Returns. You bought me one. God, I don't remember what it was called. It was not The Long Halloween. There was another one that was written.
No, it's a sequel to it then.
No, it's not Dark
No?
Victory. It's a separate one. It's anyway. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a Halloween themed the
The
same-
Long Halloween. It's not the Long.
It's not the Long Halloween. I've read the Long Halloween. Great book, by the
Yeah.
way.
Fuck.
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't
not
know
Long
if you have
Halloween,
it on the
Dark
shelf.
Victory,
It's not
Nightfall.
Dark Victory. It's Haunted Night. That's
Haunted.
it.
Oh, okay.
So I read the Haunted Night. Oh, it was okay. Not quite as the story didn't feel quite as in depth.
Did
It's a
you
little mini story.
did you guys know that they're gonna do a sequel to the Long Halloween?
Say again.
They're doing a sequel to that whole thing of the Long Halloween
Please
Dark
don't.
Victory. They're doing it. Tim, say who's the one who passed away?
Tim Sale.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's Jeff Loeb, right?
Jeff Loeb.
Yeah, he's coming back to write it. But yeah, a lot of people are the same way. Like, why are you bringing it
Leave it
back?
alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
But
Did you know about that?
Yeah.
It could be proven wrong. It could be great. It could be good.
Who's writing? I know Jeff Loeb, but that's it.
I don't know who's doing the artist or the illustrations. I
But
don't know
that's the
who's doing
thing,
that,
though.
but-
You read the Long Halloween for Tim Sale's art.
This is what makes it special.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
They also worked on like on Marvel, right? Like the Spider-Man Blue.
Yep.
You know
Spider-Man
that? Yeah.
Blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grey
Yeah.
Hulk,
Daredevil Yellow.
General Yellow. Yeah.
which is all classics. And if
Yeah,
you
The
haven't
only
read
one I
them,
haven't read
please
is
do.
the Hulk one, right? Hulk Gray.
Hulk Gray.
Haven't read-
They have the
haven't read
Captain America one.
That's
Red,
the
white,
thing.
and blue.
Yeah, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
probably
I
like
don't know.
my favorite artist. Of all
Artist
time.
Tim Sale.
Just that
He's
water
great, man.
water paint is just so beautiful, so unique. For its
We
time.
gotta do one of those an episode where we talk about artists. I don't think we've ever done that
writers.
before. Writers too. Yeah.
I feel like artists don't get as much love, though. To be fair,
Yeah, that's why I feel
the
we
writers
should do a
do.
spotlight on just artists.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
See, like I fell in love with Greco Fulmo after reading like his Batman run with Scott, and yeah, like even if he started doing covers for Marvel now, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's just it depends on who they're working on too. Like if it's a good team, you know.
I agree. Yeah. Well, I mean, this has been a fun little
Oh,
About
we're done?
Nothing episode. Yeah. And I have a good way to end it also, the way I started it. It didn't record until after we were talking about Mad Max.